Christina Shoemaker here with a few viewing announcements. Please mute your microphone by going to the bottom left of your screen. Please select full screen mode in the top right of your screen. Click View Options, Side-by-Side Mode, which is found at the top center of the screen under View Options. And lastly, this program will be recorded. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Valley Youth House's Setting the Stage for the Future of the Valley Youth House Campaign Celebration. My name is Phil Jackson. I'm an Executive Vice President with Univest Bank and Trust. I'm also the Secretary of the Valley Youth House Board of Directors. And additionally, I'm one of the co-chairs for this year's Setting the Stage campaign. Thank you for joining us today. As many of you know, Setting the Stage is Valley Youth House's premier special event that raises critically needed funds to support our programs and services. Over the past 4 years, Setting the Stage has raised over $1.1 million to help youth and families in our community. Over the years, our guests have enjoyed performances by Elton John twice, Barry Manilow, and Cirque Musica. We've also had the opportunity to honor many of our community leaders, such as John and Jane Malloy of the Vitalik Company, Father Dan Gambit, Steve and Jean Volette from Volette Company, and Bill and Denise Spence from PPL Corporation. Since an in-person event was not possible this year, my fellow co-chairs and the executive committee members gathered virtually to decide to run a fundraising campaign. Although the event as we know it could not go on as planned, we knew one thing for sure: vulnerable youth and families in our community still need our help. The Valley Youth House Board of Directors and staff made a commitment at the beginning of the pandemic, and we were going to keep our doors open. In support of the Setting the Stage for the Future of Valley House campaign helped honor that commitment. As we pivoted to a fundraising campaign, we were so grateful to our advertising sponsors who donated their time and expertise to help us spread the word about the needs of the Valley Youth House and to recognize those who made a commitment to this campaign. We'd like to recognize and thank the advertising sponsors. Valley Youth House board member Victor Salicetti and his team at America-Ven, who produced the sponsorship loop and promoted Setting the Stage on community screens. Valley Youth House board members Bill Carmody and Alex Shade and their team at First Generation for the campaign marketing materials, website design, and video production. Valley Youth House board member Victor Martinez and his team at La Mega Radio for the radio advertisements and promotions in both English and Spanish. Jim Fair and Christine Curto and their team at The Morning Call for 2 full-page advertisements in the Sunday newspaper and on mcall.com. Kimberly Helwick and her team at RCM for the television advertisements. Jason Wilson and Bill Bakos of Tri Outdoor Inc. for donating billboard advertisements. I hope you all were safe drivers if you saw them on Route 22. Barry Fisher and his team at WFMZ Channel 69 News for the television commercials and promoting the campaign during the 69 News at sunrise. And Fred Fenslow and his team at Working Dog Press for the campaign celebration booklets, which have been mailed to all of our sponsors. You should be receiving them shortly if you haven't already. Thank you again to all of our advertising sponsors. At this time, I would like to thank my fellow Setting the Stage co-chairs, Ann Baum of Capital Blue Cross, Travis Rhodes of BB&T, now Truist, both members of the Valley Youth House Board of Directors, and Congresswoman Susan Wild. Additionally, our Setting the Stage Executive Committee was instrumental in the success of the campaign. Thank you to all 19 Executive Committee members and their dedication to the Valley Youth House. Lastly, I want to thank you, to everyone gathered here today, for your help and support of the youth and the families in our community. Your generosity in a very difficult year, amidst many challenges, is greatly appreciated. It is now my pleasure to introduce my fellow co-chair, Ann Baum, Lehigh Valley Market President of Capital Blue Cross, our celebration sponsor. Ann.
Thank you, Phil, and good morning, everyone. Each year since the inception of this fundraiser back in 2016, Capital Blue Cross has been the Setting the Stage reception sponsor. This year, in the spirit of pivoting, we are pleased to be today's celebration sponsor. The mission of Capital Blue Cross is to improve the health and well-being of people that live in the communities that we serve. And Valley Youth House is a shining example of an organization that makes a difference for those that are in great need here in our valley and beyond. As we look back at this year 2020 and all of the struggles that each of us has faced, there are very vulnerable components of our population to which Valley Youth House has offered a lifeline, a place of safety, and a home. And we are so proud to sponsor today's celebration as well as all of the activities at Valley Youth House as they make that important difference here in the Lehigh Valley. At this time, I would also like to thank our fellow sponsors who have joined us in this event to support families with counseling services, youth with housing, and all of the amazing programs that Valley Youth House offers. A sincere thank you to our platinum sponsor, Air Products, our gold sponsors, B. Braun, BB&T, now Truist, Cap Trust, Corning Painter and Dorothy Penny, and Victaulic. In addition, we'd like to recognize our silver sponsors who are listed on the screen, our bronze sponsors who are listed on the screen, and the many companies and individuals who made donations to this campaign, again listed on the screen. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our sponsors and donors. Thank you so much for your support of Valley Youth House. Now to tell you a little more about Valley Youth House, we have a short video donated by First Generation.
The vision of Valley Youth House is that all young people would be part of a nurturing community.
Our team is out in the trenches and making a difference with the youth and their families in our community every day.
The need is great. The work is terrific. The staff does incredible things.
They've got employees that are giving selflessly to really help those children through. They are that one caring adult to make a difference in the youth and families' lives.
It becomes obvious how important the work of Valley Youth House is and the work that the staff does in helping those kids.
I'd like the community to know that that happens every day in these facilities, that we are literally changing the future direction of generations of kids through the help and the services and the support that's going on at Valley Youth House.
It is now my pleasure to introduce President and Executive Director of Valley Youth House, Tom Harrington, to tell you more about the amazing work being done each and every day and how Valley Youth House has navigated the hardships of 2020. Please welcome Tom.
Thank you, Ann. And thank you to all our sponsors and supporters who made today's event possible and everyone who's calling in today. As you know, this past year has been a challenge for all of us. When COVID first hit, we realized right away that we couldn't close our doors. We had kids living in our shelters and our residential programs who we weren't going to abandon. And we knew that the families we were working with and the young adults in our care needed our help now more than ever. So our staff sprang into action, and the business community and local foundations and individuals responded generously. We received donations of food and clothing and PPE that we could pass on to needy families. We received extra funding to house homeless families and young adults. And while many people sheltered in place, our staff kept going out to help youth and families in need. And one of the things that our staff encountered were lots of children who weren't keeping up with schoolwork, which if you have young kids, you know it's a challenge. And for some, it was because they didn't have computers. For others, it was because their family was maybe experiencing so much stress, or there were so many people living in one small apartment, the kids were struggling just to concentrate. So our truancy prevention team jumped in and got kids connected to their schools, and then worked with parents to help them support their kids in keeping up with their classwork. And it worked. Here's a brief video from one of the young guys we worked with named Jaden, who's been working with Jessica, who's one of our truancy prevention specialists in Allentown. And I think Jessica's on the call with us today. So let's listen to Jaden.
Hi, my name is Jaden, and I like Jessica, and I like her to come to my house and do schoolwork, and do a lot of school.
I don't know if you could hear all that, but Jaden said he likes Jessica, she helps me with school, and she makes me better. I don't know if we could say it any better than that. That's what it's all about. Well, Jaden represents some of the younger children that we work with, but we also work with lots of teenagers and young adults who are transitioning. Many of them are transitioning out of foster care and learning how to live on their own. So let's listen to a young lady named Tazia as she talks about how Valley Youth House has helped her at this key point in her life.
Hi, I'm Tasia. I live on one of the Valley Youth House programs. I have lived here since April. I've been here for a while now. I've got to know the place very well. I think the staff here are perfect. They help you transfer yourself from being a teenager to being an adult. Not only them, but like you have to work on yourself as well. This place is really good if you want to work on yourself and like go into the next chapter of your life. It really helps you gradually change, like to be the person you want to be. Because when I first got here, I was not the person I wanted to be at all. I was very like, I was going through a lot when I first got here, but like it's helped me with a therapist here as well, and the psychiatrist. You can like, they can put you outpatient to having a psychiatrist. They help you with doctor's appointments. They bring you to doctor's appointments. They take you to job interviews. Like they really help you become who you want to be. I don't think this is a great fit if you don't want to learn how to be an adult. But if you clearly want to learn how to grow up and be an adult and have your own apartment, and when I first got here, I didn't think I would be in the place I am right now. I'm very, I don't know the word for it. I'm just very happy to be here, honestly, because the staff, like my counselor, Shelly, she's really great. She helps me be like, know what I want with my life and what I want to do. She helps me get all the stuff I need for my apartment. She helps me like understand myself a lot more. She's really easy to talk to. There's like most of the counselors here. They're just like a good helping hand, I guess. So, and there's also RAs here at night. So if anything goes on, you can always go to the RA and stuff like that. It's really great here. The supervisors are fantastic. You easily talk about a situation that's going on. I just think of Valley Youth House. Just think of some places that really helped me become the person I want to be.
So what hit me about Tazia's comments was when she said that when she came to us in April, she wasn't the person she wanted to be, but now she's got the tools to become the person she wants to be. It's very powerful very introspective for a teenager to be upfront about that. Well, these are just two of the thousands of young people and families that we work with every day. And none of this would be possible without your support and without the dedicated work of our talented and committed staff members. So it's with great appreciation that we'd like to announce that this year's distinguished honorees, as selected by this year's Setting the Stage Committee, are the employees of Valley Youth House. Thank you. So to tell you a little bit more about this amazing team, I'd like to share with you a final brief video developed by First Generation that recognizes this outstanding group of individuals.
When it comes to helping youth and families, there's no one quite like the team at Valley Youth House. Through this difficult year, we've seen more than ever just how essential our counselors and therapists really are. They always bring the same dedication and passion for helping kids find their place in the community. And now, being called upon to go above and beyond, they continue to rise to new challenges every day. From being a trusted confidant, to being a counselor and role model, to being a part of a larger support system that helps so many families, each employee has a role to play in changing lives for the better. That kind of work is something that you take with you and something you cherish. It's something that's contagious and makes others want to help too. Their hard work and selflessness helps power Valley Youth House to make a real difference for the youth and families in our community. And their smiles help create a place that really feels like home.
Thanks to First Generation for these great videos. And it's a privilege and an honor to work with this staff. As you've heard, as you know, sometimes all it takes is one caring adult to turn the life around for a young person. And that's what our staff are providing every day. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our final speaker for today, the Regional President for BB&T, now Truist, and my good friend and Valley Youth House board member and scratch golfer, Mr. Travis Rhodes.
You shouldn't lie like that, buddy. At least for the scratch golfing piece of that. But before I have the prepared remarks, thank you. Thank you for leading this organization, and thank you to the staff for all that you do. As you see these videos, it warms your heart. I'm fighting back tears to see Tashia's story, and you're making a difference. All of you on this call are making a difference. So I want to thank everyone who has supported the Setting the Stage for the Future of Valley Youth House campaign this year. All of us at Valley Youth House, those served like Jaden and Tasia, our dedicated staff, and our committed board of directors wish to thank you for all of your support through this difficult year. By working together, we will be able to get through whatever challenges continue to come our way. So now we got a big reveal to happen. We got something that we're excited to talk about. Just how much was raised during the Setting the Stage campaign? Well, I have to admit, when we got together and we were thinking about what to set as a stretch goal, the $200,000 to be raised during this pandemic, we were not sure how it was going to work. But I'm pleased to announce and pleased to report that our community has stepped up in a way like we cannot believe, once again stepping up to the plate, and have exceeded our expectation of over $200,000 raised. We have $201,602. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Thank you to everyone who has contributed. As you know, 100% of these funds raised through this campaign will go directly towards Valley Youth House's essential programs and services. Your support has helped raise critical funds for so many young people and families in our community, and on their behalf, I thank you. As we wrap up, our sponsors will once again be listed on your screen. Thank you to all of them. Thank you to all of you, and we hope you have a great rest of your day and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, everybody.